Sorry for the motion blur, folks. Give it a few seconds. Now you get to watch yourself do it.
Yeah. That's just creepy. I got it right the first time. Imagine that.
Yay!
Alright.
The screen is still disorienting.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, part of that's because that chair is tilted that we have the monitor on. Behind the scenes, folks. Enjoy it. I mean, you should be used to it by now, right?
We're just a train wreck. You know?
I think this whole podcast is a behind the scenes
well,
blooper reel. That's what this is. This is a behind the scenes blooper reel of an actual podcast that is happening somewhere in the world. We are parodying it.
Feels like it, don't it?
We kind of are a parrot. Oh.
Okay.
So what's the first victim for the night?
Alright, first off, I want to take a moment and mention that last session we kind of got a little bit heavy-handed with our conversations. Moving forward, I am going to target more light-hearted conversations.
Okay.
We're going to attempt to.
Yes.
We will do our best.
That's what I said.
Talking to me?
I'm talking at us.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm probably the rudest of us all.
Rude's fine. It's just when you go on a whole tirade monologue.
Yeah, well.
Okay, kind of a downer. Let's get more happy with our shit.
Well, I mean, you gotta. It's life. You have the good, the bad, and, well, then you got the fugly. Oh.
But you gotta remember, when you go to relax at the end of the day, are you really looking for some downer news, or do you want something to just chill out and go, ha?
That's why I watch Fluffy.
Bree, this is why you should probably have this conversation with Vic before the stream.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry,
Hey.
Sarah knew ahead of time the plan was for me to talk first and have things set up.
Okay.
But, hey, whatever.
Communication.
No, I expect you to be a mind reader, bitch.
Yeah, I tried that. Don't work so well.
Yeah, I end up with too many voices in my head.
Well, you mean, if one is a conscience, what the hell are the other three?
Wow, you only have 3?
Yeah.
First off, there's a couple comments from the last couple videos that we do kind of want this to get mentioned. Our first one, we meant to cover this comment last week and we didn't, but it's from Vestera Kahi. I'm butchering your name. I am sorry. They're saying that they personally would have liked to have, started their hormone transition a lot sooner when they were young.
Well, yeah, but what age did she start?
And I'd like to go back and reference. We were talking about the children or parents allowing their children to start transitioning at a very young age. We're talking like 10, 12.
Yeah.
Some of them even sooner than that. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean...
I was going to throw it to you because I'm like, you know what? I don't think I have the tact for this one, so, But, yeah, more or less, it's simply that, like, there are people out there who were 100% accurate in their, I want a transition thing. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong for wanting to transition, nothing like that. It's just, we want you to be safe. We want you to be certain in what you're wanting to do.
Yeah. It's a life-changing deal.
What we're trying to say is we are empathetic and we do understand, or in some cases sympathetic, that the ones who have made it to a certain point and they have decided that yes, transitioning is the proper life choice for them. How yes, being able to transition at a younger age would have been, that would have been the best for them.
Yeah, much more beneficial.
That would have been beneficial. It would have been much better. However, and I'm not saying that, it's a phase, you'll grow out of it. No, I'm not one of those people. But there are people that it is just a phase.
Yeah.
I mean, especially looking at someone that young that we're talking about, they still have imaginary friends.
Definitely too early.
That is too early to start. And, maybe embrace them, be accepting and open with them, honest, hey, if you feel like, you were born a little girl and you want to transition to a little boy and you want to transition to a boy, we can discuss, wearing boy clothes and cutting your hair and everything like that. But we're talking about the hormones and stuff because there have been people out there who they started this whole thing, or they thought at one point in their life that they were, that they did want to transition when they were younger, or for various reasons that I'm not going to get into that long spiel of. And then they got older, and some of them even got through a point of transition, like hormones and stuff. And they realized, no, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
That is the reason, as much as the whole laws about therapy and everything like that are annoying and whatnot, and some areas they do informed consent and everything like that, and I get it. But I can understand the reasoning behind the therapy and everything, to make sure, because this is a huge life transition. And while we understand that I'm sure most people who decide when they're young, they are going to transition when they're older. There are some who may do it because of peer pressure, because of, these are confusing times. They might be told, they might not even think of transitioning and then be told, you have this issue and that issue and the other issue. Have you ever thought you considered being transgender, or that you may be transgender? And just kind of go with it.
Not to mention, you also got to take into account things like you can very quickly become sterilized off the transition. So from a young age, before you're even old enough to consider whether or not you want kids, you've just eliminated yourself from the gene pool. That is a very serious thing to consider with this.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever talks about it. It's always grazed over. And it's like...
Well, the main story is everybody says...
now, granted, you have to have enough fucking anti-testosterone to neutralize a bull, but...
Well, okay. But on the other hand, I get where they're coming from, because I wish I could have when I was younger.
Yes. You get that, but you got to take the time, consider your pros, your cons.
Yes.
Freeze your fucking sperm or eggs or what have you.
Well, and
have something in place at least.
Yeah, they don't tell, everything's reversible. All you got to do is stop taking the hormones.
No.
No. That's a big lie. The girls that went on testosterone end up with beards, and if they decide to detransition, then they got to go get laser and all of that. Their voices get deeper. That's not
permanent.
Able to be changed.
That's permanent.
Yeah. And they might be sterile. I mean, come on, Nikita Dragon, look what she did.
And then you got the men who grow tits.
Yeah, and they're permanent. They don't go away.
And
without surgery.
Well, yeah.
The shrinkage and
yeah,
Yep.
it will shrink your dick.
Okay. If you had balls this big, they're now this big.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, we're sympathetic, and we're not saying,
We're not saying don't follow what you feel is right for you. We're saying exercise logic.
yeah.
Caution, not... Don't just go, I'm going to lop my balls off and have done with it. No.
Make sure what you're going to do is what you really, really want. Think it through for a while, not just a day or two. And, okay, my doctor let me have it right away.
Yes,
but I'm old.
Yeah.
If I took one of my kids in there and they give it to him right away, I'd be like, wait, what?
Different doctor.
Yeah.
Like, no questions. Oh, hell no. But, to be fair, there are grains of salt that are younger than you.
Well, yeah, okay.
I tease. But, alright, moving on to the next comment, because, we had another one. Now, this one was from last week, and I did want to get this covered because this is, my boyfriend lives up in New York, so this is kind of area to touch on here. Julie Gearing Gregory says, as a native New Yorker, I can honestly say that New York has cleaned up drastically in my lifetime. The concepts that New York is extremely dirty and has needles everywhere is just false. Is there crime, drug use, and homelessness? Yes. Do other metropolitan cities in the U.S. face the same thing? Yes. Don't act like it doesn't. Signed, Mamaduli.
And this is in reference to, we were talking about the pro-life abortion Spider-Man guy. And our guest Taco was talking about how, there's walking down the street, you could step on a needle, and there's garbage everywhere. And
right. Now, full disclosure, Taco's never been to New York. He does not know what it's like there.
Mm-hmm.
Taco lives nowhere near New York, has no clue on that. And I honestly believe that Taco is speaking more in hyperbole to make a drastic point.
Yeah.
So, we apologize. We did not mean to spread any misinformation.
Yeah.
Now, when I go to California, I'm definitely going to have video and see if it's really as ugly as they say it is.
I mean, most of the ugliness is on the inside of the citizens, so good luck.
Well, let's get rid of the fake news. Here, I'm in Cali. This is what it looks like.
And someone said, train wreck proceeds, and then has a bunch of emojis that I can't see with my computer.
Who is it?
Someone by the name of Victoria Bonds.
I wouldn't.
Alright, so suppose we will...
Oh my lord.
Really? Like, we haven't even gotten it pulled up yet, and you're already...
Just the headline is like, okay, wow.
I mean, for the most part, we are doing a lot of headline style.
Yeah.
Please be on the right one. Nope. Yay, so I gotta get this stuff switched around.
Yay, technical difficulties.
Always.
Yeah, we'll get it streamlined eventually.
It wouldn't be one of our streams if there wasn't. Really?
To infinity and beyond.
Like, I specifically switched those around so that way that shit wouldn't happen.
We will eventually get this down. Just think, you get to see it from the ground up.
That goes back over there. Apologies, I gotta fix something real quick. Apparently. There we go.
Like I said, to infinity and beyond.
There we go.
Yay!
All right.
Figured it out finally.
Only took how many fuck-ups?
Yeah, well.
Philadelphia school accidentally sells lingerie disguised as roses at Mother's Day sale. I know this is a couple weeks late. We meant to cover it last week.
Okay, is this like grade school, junior high, high school?
And I believe it's high school.
Still, that's...
Parents and students at Philadelphia school got quite the surprise after purchasing what they thought were fake roses from the school's plant sale. St. Anselm School in Northeast Philadelphia recently sent a letter home to parents alerting them that what they were sold were in fact weren't roses at all. It has come to our attention that the roses sold at Mother's Day plant sale were not the single fake flowers originally intended, read the letter to parents. Instead, the school says the roses were a Valentine's Day gift intended for adults.
So, did the school do this intentionally, or did the shipper that shipped them the flowers screw the order up?
I feel like somebody just didn't do their research when they were, they probably found them on clearance in bulk, and they were like, hey, we can do this for a school fundraiser, and didn't actually check out what the fuck was going on. I feel like that's exactly what the fuck happened.
Yeah, okay. I'll go for that one too.
Well, for the most part, from what I had previously looked on it, it was just they thought it was roses. Somebody fucked up in the head area.
Yeah, whoever ordered them or the shipper or something. So it wasn't the school's fault. Okay. You know, you gotta let them... I mean, still, that's embarrassing.
I mean, they were marketed as Mother's Day gifts.
Oh.
But more of make a mother out of her style gifts. If you guys catch my meaning.
Yeah.
Make your mom real happy. Oh my god.
Very interesting.
Reminds me of that song, shit, I probably shouldn't even bring that shit up.
You done opened your mouth.
The two... I can't remember who made the song, but the same guys who did Dick in a Box. And the next one that they put out was for Mother's Day. And it was, we should fuck each other's moms. Or something like that.
Oh, my lord. And I thought I found twisted music.
I'll send it to you. It's,
Bunnies in the brain,
please.
bitches. Alright.
Bunnies in the brains!
Cat accused of trespassing wins a $125,000 settlement.
My question is how did the cat talk to the lawyer?
So, how this one played out, and this is another one I kind of pre-watched. I'm trying to avoid the videos because there's ads in it, and I don't want to get copyright claims for using their official reports. But basically what it states is that one of the people in the city block where that cat was roaming was like a head veterinarian or something like that. It just was very much against cats and was harassing specifically this person's cat and was head of the committee for the housing area.
Oh, HOA, yeah.
A vet was against cats?
Yeah, they were a dog person.
I'm a dog person, but I still don't mind the cats.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I have to cage my pussies up every time we do one of these streams, but hey.
You're going in chastity, bitches. Oh.
Continue with what you were saying with the rest of the...
Well, basically, the owners pressed charges because it was harassment. They were able to prove all of it. And that person got kind of like, okay, you're off the committee. And they're now working on getting laws put into place to prevent this kind of abuse of power in the future. Now, if only we can do that for the police. But...
Yeah, wait a minute. I mean, the cops are good at times.
Wow. You? Really?
Yeah, well, most of them are good people. There are some shitty ones, trust me.
Hold on, let me pull up your arrest record. I'm kidding, I'm not going to do that.
But on this, the cat wins the trespassing thing. We got people out there who, we've got grown-ass people out there who can't win a custody battle.
I know, right?
Yeah, trust me. Hey, Stacy, piss off, bitch.
And I bet you anything that this whole thing took a lot less time than the Johnny Depp and Heard defamation trial.
Oh my God, that is that thing still going on?
The jury, I believe today was the day that the jury was supposed to go back for deliberation.
Okay. I was going to say, as of yesterday, because one of the guys at work was showing me, and I'm like, really? This is way too long.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's been going on for like 6 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, how long does it take to prove defamation? I mean, come on, if you crap in the bed on your partner's side...
No, they're proving defamation, not defecation.
How did I know that one was coming?
Basically what they're going through and trying to do is prove that Johnny Depp was not abusive. I mean, basically what they've proven so far is that this was a toxic as fuck relationship.
Yeah, kind of like Stacy and I's. Hey, Johnny, will you sponsor me your lawyer?
But no, that's basically what they've proven at this point, is that this was a toxic as fuck relationship. There was some amount of abuse on both sides, whether it be physical, mental, emotional. I mean, this shit was just bad. This was just a match made in hell.
Kind of what mine ended up being. Oh.
But as far as the defamation goes, I forgot to take my Adderall.
Well, okay. She cost him, the Pirates of the Caribbean and several other jobs. She cost him millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
They're
okay.
Which is why this is why they're going through all of this. The main thing that Johnny wanted to do was, he flat out said that he knew the second that Amber Heard did the article that she did, his life was over. He lost this case.
Yeah.
But he wants his story out there. He wanted the chance to tell the world his side of the story, and that
I can't blame the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I could, I can scream into the darkness all I want about Stacy, but nobody hears me. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. But when you're with the toxic bitch, it's and the law is set up for the women.
In most cases, yeah. I mean, they're working on
99.9% of the time, who goes to jail?
The man.
Yeah.
The man. Yeah.
I mean, I showed them the bruises on me and everything else, and they're like, well,
Yeah.
she's got a bloody nose, so.
Yeah.
I'm like, all I did was duck to avoid the hit. Well, you headbutted her. No, I didn't. I got bruises all up and down my arms.
Yeah.
Another broken nose, one of many. And you're arresting my ass. Thanks, guys.
As far as the, and that is the case. I've heard it way too many fucking times, and I really hope society is moving towards getting away from that and being more equalist instead of feminist.
Now, speaking on that, I actually do have a relevant comment on that. I used to work out at the law enforcement training center in my state as a dishwasher, nothing major. But I was talking with one of the officers, and they said that jiu-jitsu is actually completely fair game use in defense in those cases. Because it requires the force of your opponent.
Yeah.
So, if you live in Kansas, there's a hint straight from the cops.
Learn jiu-jitsu. I mean, we're suddenly gonna have a whole lot more dojos opening up in this bitch.
Yeah.
But no, as far as the defamation case, what at this point it's come down to, what it boils down to is, did she lie? First off.
From what I've seen, hell yeah, she did.
I'm just now seeing the messages that we got. Sorry.
Oh, hi. One second, and then we'll do that.
Okay.
And did it cost him acting positions?
Yes.
And I've literally only seen, one thing going towards, one deposition that was actually going towards that. The rest of it has been, what was the abuse like? What was the relationship like? Did this actually happen? Did Johnny do drugs? We have confirmed this about 1,000 times now.
Meanwhile, I love the fact that we went from Cats in the Kettle at the Peking Moon over to Amber fucking Heard.
Okay, comments. First off, hi Julie.
Howdy.
Something
Y'all talking about? Talking of what I'm watching as a DV survivor, domestic violence survivor. I think they are both damaged, but Heard abused Johnny. Yep, it's a counterbalance.
Yep. Yeah, Johnny's damaged too, but Amber really,
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, to be fair, everybody in this podcast right now is a bit damaged, so we can relate.
A bit?
Everybody's a little bit damaged. Everybody's a little bit damaged. No, everything that I've seen, a lot of what they have recorded of Johnny, or at least what they presented, and everything like that, is reactive.
Yeah.
He's reacting to being poked, and he loses his fucking mind. And that's what they're focusing on. Because apparently, from what I heard that I didn't know, is that the recordings that they're just showing little 2 or 3 minute clips of are actually, some of them are 5 or 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Almost as long as one of our conversations.
But no, and they're just showing small bits and pieces of it. Obviously, they're not going to sit there and play the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
Although they did talk about if the jury decides that they aren't happy with that small clip, they can actually request to listen to the entire thing.
Yeah.
They can, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Context...
I already fall asleep listening to the jury or the trial shit as it is.
I've been roughly following it.
I agree with the statement that somebody made that, if you see a clip and you go, that seems screwed up, you need to go 30 seconds prior and 30 seconds after.
Sometimes it's a little bit more.
Well, yeah, but generally that...
Good rule of thumb.
Yeah, you'll get a whole lot more context in what was said. You know.
All right, so enough of
Oh,
those.
and Mama Julie, I know you were the one who sent me the petition to sign to get Amber Heard off of the Aquaman thing. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but that actually worked, and she is no longer part of the show. Yeah, go check it out. It's on YouTube.
Honey, turnabout's all fair play.
Pretty much.
I mean, that just reminded me of a very cursed image I saw of where they photoshopped Johnny Depp's face instead of Heard's, going, give him her roles.
Oh, no.
I think it would make him more interesting.
Yeah.
I think he'd do it, too. That's what's worse.
Johnny Depp and Jason Momoa. You two need to get together, and you guys need to do this parody.
I ship it.
It has to I ship it. It's been shipped. It is done. It is on the internet. This shit is happening. And I can't read her comments.
Well, if I put it over here, we get that spiraling thing.
You wanted me to read the comments. That is my job.
I know it's your
That
job.
is the reason why I exist. I read the comments.
No,
And you make
have a
the
lot
art.
more reasons to exist, honey.
I have created the background. I read the comment. My job is now done. Do your shit.
I will continue to do my working from home shit.
Go be a herd.
All right. Squabble, rant, rave, etc. Scientists create message to beam into outer space, but say humanity isn't ready yet.
If there are aliens out there, which I fully believe they are,
What'd she say?
they're out there.
She said, no, you're too funny, Sarah. Love you, mama.
They're out there checking out our planet and going, these are some crazy ass people. What the hell is wrong with all of them?
I mean, can it be any worse than the thing that we shot out into outer space? What was it, like 20, 30 years ago?
The Voyager?
I think so, but it had like a box that had like a golden record. Like stuff from
I believe
Pac-Man.
it was called Voyager,
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I mean, even Stephen Hawking goes, if you think that there isn't anybody or any other form of life out there, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this universe is too huge. I mean, just the law of probability alone.
We're all
interbred.
Well, yeah, I mean, supposedly we came from Adam and Eve.
Can I be a loaf of bread instead? I just want to be a loaf of bread.
I mean, you meow, I like one.
I meow like a loaf of bread?
Because cats become loaves.
And bread is so nice and squishy and... Oh.
Squishy. I is squishy. I is the fluffy bread.
Just need my cat to come out here and just knead on you now.
Yikes.
Apparently,
is
Vic
it
becomes
rising?
the bread.
Is it rising?
If it is, wrong part.
Wrong rising.
Anywho, in God we trust. That is literally the first thing that I see.
Okay, so Haven is a town that's like a stone's throw from where I live.
Yeah.
Residents rally to keep in God we trust on police cars. Welcome to the South, folks.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Ooh, we have another comment.
There's a game you can play called I Am Bread. I'm going to be looking for that game. Thank you very much, Miss Julie.
Wait, is that one game where you're controlling the slice and the goal is to become toast? Buttered toast. Twinsies.
Yay! See, I just need to be fairly sleep deprived and not take my Adderall. We're good.
And Mama
Yup.
J agrees. Yeah, it's that one. All right.
So In God We Trust, removing In God We Trust on... Okay, you read the article, then we will discuss. We really need to get into the habit of that.
I mean, I've gotten into the bad habit of reading them ahead of time, so I could just kind of sum them up, so that way I'm not reading, because Lord knows, I monologue. I've got a very monotone voice when I read.
Okay, so do you want to sum it up for us?
Pretty much here, not too long ago, they got the In God We Trust off the cars, which I'm all for that because separation of church and state. Because now you're singling out one deity, which is what that's supposed to protect you. Like, it's either every deity or none.
Mm-hmm.
So, my opinion, it shouldn't have been put on there in the first place. But they recently got all that cleared. It's alright, they're going to be taking it off. And now we're right back to the Christians saying, well, our religion is first.
Yeah,
so,
sweetheart.
okay, so if you have a Muslim driving the cop car, why not say, in Allah we trust?
Oh, Lord, that would start some fights.
Oh, good fucking God.
I mean, what if a Satanist drives the car? Which
In hell we trust.
This is kind of what I find.
You're going to hell.
Let me switch the camera angle back here. But what I find amazing about the Satanist church is that it's actually one of the best churches. It's very pure and it's very pro independence. It's pro not being the victim.
Yeah, but they
pro capitalism. You'd love that.
Pro
they could have picked a little different name.
What is it?
The thing, separation of church and state. The thing exists.
Yes,
That's. Yep.
she agrees.
Yay! Yay!
But yet, this country was based on Judeo-Christian beliefs.
But they also believe that you should be free to have any religion.
Yeah, it was one of the founding things is freedom of religion.
Yeah.
And by it kind of does it to me that it just screams bias. I mean, maybe not.
Does that say vote?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope to.
Agreeing with me? What?
Huh?
What are you saying nope to?
We have to be silent for a moment because we got to wait for the delay. And I'm just going to sit here and talk about the fact that we got to wait for the delay in order for her to respond so that we don't have dead air. So,
well, we've had dead
mental
air
health.
before.
Mental health. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. So we're going to do that tonight?
I thought we were.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do a small segment on that.
Yeah.
What's worse is I'm going to make her sit where you're sitting.
So
she's front and center.
That's all right. I mean, this has always been my spot, and
Oh, there it is.
Yep. U.S. not founded as Christian country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was founded on
no, but the basic principles of our laws and stuff were taken in part.
In part.
Not, well, here's the Holy Bible, and this is what. No, that's not what I'm saying.
I feel like a lot of it, they just took common sense and they were like, yeah, this is the shit we want. I mean, we can talk about it being based in Christianity, but honestly, the original shit that they put down was like, yeah, that feels like common sense.
Yeah,
that feels
but
like,
I mean,
especially for the times.
It was, there's, if you look back in history, there is some Christian Judeo basic principles. I mean, they didn't really put it in there hardcore, but I mean, you can see where it's coming from.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe that is, of course, when you're doing stuff like that, you're going to draw from something that you understand.
Yeah. And
you're going to draw from that, but.
And I stand very much by the fact that if someone needs an imaginary friend to tell them that killing is wrong, I do not want that person near me.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
You shouldn't rape because rape is a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah.
Didn't think I'd have to write that one down for you. Check out Bo Burnham, From the Perspective of God. Hilarious song.
George Carlin did a bit years ago. You don't need 10 commandments. He goes through this whole list and, knocking them each off. Mm-hmm. Just don't kill each other and be kind to each other. That's the only thing you need to be,
Yeah.
Oh, I seen this one earlier today.
Yeah, I've had this one on the back burner for a week.
Operator who defecated in beauty supply store. You see what you have done, Heard? You have told people that this is okay, that this is proper behavior, and this is how you solve your problems. This is what you have done to this country.
When I'm mad at you, I'll just shit on something.
Yeah, it doesn't even tell you why she did it.
There's not even a why?
No, they just figured out who it was.
Wow.
It's like, now defecation was significant enough that 8 wigs were destroyed as a result.
Did she have an exploding butthole or something?
She had to have gone to Taco Bell just a couple of hours.
Yeah.
She went to Taco Bell. She drank 4 iced coffees. She prepped for this. Oh my God.
Either that or she went to the quick shop and got the bomb burrito. How do you ruin 8 wigs? I mean...
that was a Gatling gun. She just pulled him down, bent over, and...
Well,
that wouldn't surprise me, considering my brother can do that. Don't ask me how I know that.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a personal story in here. When I was 17, I worked at McDonald's. Oh, Lord. I had just got done cleaning the bathrooms, went out, was manning the register, and an old woman went into the bathroom. And a while later, she came back out, and someone went in after her, shortly after her, and walked up with this look of pure disgust on their face and said, "Excuse me, the bathroom, one of the stalls in the bathroom desperately needs to be cleaned." I was like, I just fucking cleaned that. God damn. So I talked to my manager. He covered my station while I went back and looked. It was on the back wall, the side walls, both sides, the door, all over the toilet seat. There was toilet paper everywhere. Just literally smudges on the wall.
She exploded.
I was...
You said this was the men's room?
No, the women's room.
Okay. I was going to say, because if it was the men's room, I know that my brother, when he was 17, lived down about where you were at.
Or Oklahoma.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Texas.
Oh, no. No, and the bad part was, took me about a half hour to get it cleaned up. It was horrendous. So I get it cleaned up. I go back to the register, back to doing my thing. The woman goes back in, and it happened again.
So it was the woman who was reporting it, huh?
No, not the woman who was reporting it. It was the older lady that they had just finished their meal, and she went back in there.
Ma'am, the restroom is now broken. You fucked it up.
Now, to be fair, I worked third shift at Quick Shop here several years back. Over a decade almost now. But we had somebody that was a newspaper delivery person, and this person just had that perfect hairy ass that just covered their entire cheeks in shit. And they would sit on the toilet and not even bother wiping it off when they were done, whatnot. And it always smelled like shit and whatnot when he was through with it. And I figured out what time he'd come through, and it was always had that closed sign because of it.
Didn't want the dingleberries getting stuck to your toilet seat, huh? Oh.
Well, I had to clean it.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
It's like, oh, hell no.
Mama Julie, text those fucking horror stories to me. Because she says, I can tell you horror stories of working as a fitting room attendant, sex in the room, sanitary napkins smashed on the carpet, dirty diapers at Macy's in the late 1990s.
Yeah.
I want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Text all of it to me. I want the dirty details. Leave nothing censored.
So let's see, late 90s. That would put me at roughly the age of 10.
I'm not even going to say a word.
I was baby.
You're not that much younger than me.
I'm turning... Yeah, not that much. I'll be 29 in September.
Yeah. I recently turned 34.
Yes.
I got daughters older than you.
It's okay, Beck. We still love you.
I know.
We still love you.
What amazes me is you guys put up with my dumbass.
You're entertainment.
Comic relief. We all need it in our lives.
Yeah, well.
No, in truth, you're a really good friend.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little sappy on you there.
What?
Oh.
Well, who did I call when I went through my issues here a few weeks ago?
Fair.
Yeah?
Yeah, we might cover that a little bit when we go into the...
Yeah, you got some real truth bombs?
NJ State Trooper won't face charges.
Wait till I get it pulled up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently in the 1990s she was pregnant with Nexus.
Yay,
I'm having a
Maxie.
hard time not saying his name.
Yeah, well.
I mean, hey, you look at it this way: the screen or his username. Oh my God! So many people have gotten in trouble trying to say it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna try to say the first part because I know how that was gonna come out. I'm Southern girl. We don't say anything even close.
Right.
But, okay.
Anyways, moving on. Next article.
New York State Trooper won't face charges for killing... What'd I say?
New York.
Sorry. New Jersey.
Admonish her. Oh.
I'll shake my tit at you. What does that say?
That's now our version of flipping each other off.
Put it on a shirt.
She said, "Lol." LMCAO, gotcha.
New Jersey State Trooper won't face charges for killing black motorist. This happened right before the big incident.
The Floyd?
Yeah, right before Floyd. And it took this long for it to go through trial. But ultimately, they're dismissing it for some unclear reason. Kinda a little iffy on that.
Well, I mean...
If I'm gonna commentate on...
Yeah, we need a little more info.
Yeah, on
the state
something
grand jury has declined to file criminal charges against a white New Jersey state trooper who fatally shot a black motorist during a traffic stop on the Garden State Parkway 2 years ago. Death occurred 2 days before the police killing of Floyd in Minneapolis. 28 was from Jamaica and had been living in Poughkeepsie, New York, while studying chemistry at a college. So this is someone who is an immigrant studying chemistry in college.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped Gordon on 23rd of 2020. Was witnessed driving over 100 miles per hour. Shot and killed for supposedly speeding. I mean, it could have been him, but then again, there's this study about how cops will say it's this person. Even the facial recognition software they have has an issue with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's real great for pinpointing out Caucasian people, but was ticketed for speeding by an off-duty officer, and 2 other state troopers stopped to assist him at various locations after his car ran out of gas, according to the state attorney. At one point, a car passing by pulled over and gave Gordon a ride to a convenience store to get gas.
Poughkeepsie.
Huh? What?
Poughkeepsie?
Oh, yeah. Poughkeepsie. Wetzel and guiding Gordon away from the road and back and to the back of the police car. As seen in the video in the back of the car without handcuffs, and Wetzel tells him he needs to pat him down. Wetzel is also offered to give Gordon a ride and call a tow truck. About 20 minutes later, after the beginning of the encounter, Gordon releases his seatbelt and got out of the police car. Wetzel was off camera but could be heard telling Gordon to return to the car, which, camera's off. How many times have you heard a cop go, I'm going to tase you if you don't get on the ground? And you're sitting there like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's a common tactic.
Trust me, when I lived in Dodge, I've had that happen. Stop or I'll shoot. What the fuck have I done?
Right. Before the men moved off screen, scuffling sounds could be heard. Like, he was in a cop car and he got told to get out of the car. Because it's talking about he was in the backseat of a cop car.
Yeah.
First, he was being told to return to the car. Gordon appeared to walk around the driver's side of the vehicle and attempt to get out of the car. Wetzel yelled before the men shoved off screen. Scuffling sounds could be heard, followed by gunshots. Wetzel used pepper spray and fired 6 times, according to the Attorney General's office. Wetzel can be heard on the video telling a fellow trooper who arrived on the scene that Gordon, while handcuffed, tried to grab his gun. It wasn't clear when the handcuffs were placed on Gordon. Also released were audio recordings of a 911 call from the day before the shooting made by one of Gordon's friends, who said Gordon had left his house in the middle of the night looking really panicked. A message was left on Tuesday with William O. Wagstaff III, an attorney representing Gordon's family, in a lawsuit filed against Wetzel. A state police Colonel Patrick Callahan, and then Attorney General
So-and-so.
Yeah, arguing race was a factor in Gordon's death. That suit is pending in federal court.
Why is always race a factor?
Well, I mean, at
Because
this
it is a
point,
factor. Unfortunately.
yeah.
Have you looked at the statistics? Okay, how many
They've
cops?
proven that in New Jersey and New York, and no offense to the New Yorkers, but in history, they did have a major problem with racism.
A long time ago, yeah, but
And that kind of stayed within the police force.
okay.
It's a form of discrimination that was taught by the superiors previous.
Last year, how many white cops shot unarmed black people?
Far more than they shot unarmed white people.
Want to bet?
He's about to get into a heated debate.
I would
No,
have to
not.
pull up the
I
statistics
had a
to.
cop threaten to arrest me. Julie says, I had a cop threaten to arrest me for shielding my eyes from a mag light flashlight straight into my face.
Yeah.
The police officer said only drug whores shield their eyes from being recognized. And then she says, in response to you, too
Yeah.
many.
Yeah. But Give me a number.
Well, I haven't done the research. Or I would.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't know.
100?
I don't know.
I don't remember the exact number, but
Look, I'm gonna give you a fucking titty twister if you don't knock it the fuck off.
Okay. But yes,
Like,
I've been in her shoes before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they walk up and they flash out. It's like, ow, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's midnight. Come on. I'm night blind anyway. I have a problem with cars meeting me in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Let alone a mag light right in my face.
Seriously.
You want
bullshit.
You want to really make them mad?
Hmm.
I used to have KC lights all around my truck. So when they'd turn that spotlight on in the mirror, I'd just turn my KC lights on. They'd come over the speaker, turn them off! Okay, well, turn yours off.
I think it goes back to what I said earlier, you know, like, you pull a taser on a cop when he's on your property, you surprised how quickly you get shot and killed for that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't like it when you play by their rules.
No, they don't. But, you know, hey, they can lie to you and that's fine, but you lie to them and it's a felony. That's why you just attorney. What do you want to talk? Attorney. Well, what's your story? Attorney! Because they will trap you.
They're attorneying themselves in for a crime.
But no, that's a really heated topic.
Which is why we're going to go to a more positive story here.
Yeah, and we can like do some research on
Aww.
it. Like, I'm not going to go into something like that unarmed, which I currently am.
Well, yeah, but I was just asking what you think it would be.
I have no thoughts on the matter. 3 a.m. he stopped us in a dark part of the road, and I'm light sensitive myself. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I got pulled over years ago in Great Bend. I'd paid cash. Had a little 1988 Chrysler Baron, maroon, metallic, chrome, convertible.
I'm going to make you feel old. That's
Shut
my
up.
birth year. You were driving a car that was made the year I was born.
Paid cash for it, and me and my brothers and one of his friends was dragging Maine, back when you could still drag Maine. Ow!
I warned you.
What?
Okay. So, some happier news so that we're not bickering about the police. Frontier Airlines flight attendant helps deliver baby mid-flight.
That's awesome.
I talk about some pressure.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, well, let's just, run by the hospital. We're going to land a 747 on a hospital?
Yeah.
It's a cute baby.
Yeah.
I mean, he was definitely born under pressure.
Under pressure. No, 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 no.
Does, what do they fill the birth certificate as? Mile high.
I mean, I was
You were
reading
born on
it
the
was
mile.
like from California to Florida or some shit like that.
Yeah, but how did they fill that birth certificate out? I mean, we're flying over Texas. No, now Louisiana.
This child was
She
born into the Mile High Club. It will be his legacy, or her child.
It's going to be the only female infant born having the right to say that it was penetrating a vagina at a mile high.
I mean, well, Mom went into labor over Nevada and...
Mama Julie said depends on the state they were over.
Meh, yeah. It doesn't really say what spot in the flight it is. And I debated it because I saw another article about a flight, 3 articles down. It went from what flight attendant gives birth or helps give birth to the child. Alaskan airline kills client on plane.
Oh, shit.
I'm like...
A member of the Mile High Club was born and one was killed. The world is balanced.
Don't screw with the Inuits.
Oh, there's one I talk to online all the time. God, he annoys the shit out of me. But... but enough about the entitled little twat.
Yeah, but that's a good one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I seen this one earlier.
Oh, God.
Somebody was a hell of a shot. In very sensitive area. Like Johnny felt it. Really? Come on.
Johnny Cash, water tower, springs a leak. Thanks to a bullet hole in very sensitive area, yes. Like, I had to include this one. And it's like...
Yeah, that's just... Somebody was a damn good shot. I'll have to give them that.
I was kind of reading through the article. Apparently the city worker who's responsible for the water thought it was a routine pressure relieving. Like, yeah, he's relieving the pressure, all right. He's been dead for how many years? Yeah, he's got to piss.
Oh, my Lord.
Who's gonna go up and give that poor medic prostate exam, okay? He's been holding it for so fucking long.
What amazes me is he didn't unzip. He ain't even holding it. Man must have had to go really bad because it blew right through the trousers.
Oh, yeah. Now, let's see you hold it for a year or so, or however many years it's been. Fuck.
I don't even remember.
Pretty sure he died before my mom, so...
Huh?
So I'm pretty sure he died before my mom did.
It's been a few years.
It's been a bit.
Just a minute. Oh, it burns. Burning
ring of fire. I'm still convinced that's an STD song.
Yeah. Go to the doctor, get a shot, clear that shit right up.
And damn it, this has made me need to pee, so I'll be right back. I don't want a ring of fire. Thank you.
Yeah, I seen that earlier, and I had to rewind it because it was on one of the guys I watched, so I was like, what the hell? Oh, really? And it's even got the nice arch.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Johnny O died 2000?
Hey.
Or is that 2003? I can't see it from here. I'm just going to bring the thing over.
Okay. I'm blind.
2003.
Okay.
Yes, I've got a dual monitor set up right now. Should have seen us last week. We had 3. Real Katie.
I kind of liked it.
It was because we had a guest. Seeing as your brother couldn't join us.
Yeah, well.
That being said, I'm not complaining. That would have been an extra headache.
Yeah, because
I can only imagine how tech savvy this guy is considering you're his brother.
Yeah, he's worse than I am.
Or he's your brother, or however you fucking say it. Yeah, it's like babysitting as it is whenever we do tech stuff with you. Because I know full well if I let you touch it, it'll fry my computer, and that's hell no.
Why do you think I never offer?
You do, actually, every time.
Well,
anything
I
can
help
with?
you set up. I can plug in cords and shit, but you give me a keyboard and, yeah, you're in the danger zone, honey. I can run a computer to check out a car. These are a whole different ballgame.
Shit, my boyfriend can do that. Has a degree for it now, too.
You keep going from the laggy one to the not laggy one, and it's throwing me off.
because I'm switching the scenery. I'm sorry.
You still got Johnny pissing on. He's pissing on the world. Oh.
Johnny Cash died September 12th of 2003. Damn, that was a hot minute ago.
I know, right?
It's been almost 20 fucking years.
God.
Shit.
Shrek came out 2 years prior to his death. Think about that.
Oh.
Okay, so we're thinking about having an entire segment dedicated to Blame Canada.
Oh, Canada, you suck the life from my soul.
And that bitch.
You locked me down and traced my phones. Oh.
So, Sarah got a little bit of a heads up on this one. Sorry for you. But intoxication can be violent crime defense in Canada Supreme Court rulings.
Oh, wait, so if I get Stacy to go up to Canada and I get really fucked up and kill her?
It can be
I'm
a
good?
defense, yes. I can already hear the sirens.
They're coming to take us away, haha. They're coming to take us away. Oh, hee, haha.
There's nice young men and clean like goats.
Funny farm where life is nothing but a dream. Oh, sorry. Again, trying not to get myself copyright here, goddammit. But yeah.
Yeah, and be in Boot Hill parking lot with 8 cops sitting on the north side and you got your stereo cranked, which they can hear from, about 10 blocks away, playing that song.
And thank you, Mama Julie, for doing some research for us.
Yes, thank you.
We do appreciate that.
People accused of violent crimes such as homicide and sexual assault can use self-induced extreme intoxication as a defense.
Okay. I'm
experiencing some dissociation here
calling bullshit.
because my brain is not wanting to process this.
No, I mean, okay, if you kill somebody while you're driving a car and you're drunk, it's your fault. You get charged for motor vehicular homicide.
This is messed up. Yeah.
That is messed up, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
why we're talking about it just a little bit.
Yeah. So why, granted, I would love to take, well, never mind. But damn, I can get drunk and shoot somebody, and that's fine. I was severely intoxicated. Make this shit make sense.
Canada has Justin Bieber.
They can keep him.
He's a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, well, and Trudeau's well.
Did they make this law for him?
Maybe. I don't know.
We don't
I'll give you a couple of million, I got in trouble here a few weeks ago.
We don't want our pop idol going to jail. We still need him.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. But no, my personal opinion on that is you made the decision to get fucking drunk. Whatever your decisions are while you're drunk are still your decisions.
Yeah. But, like I just said, make it make sense. If you kill somebody while you're drunk driving, it's your fault.
well,
But if you shoot somebody while you're drunk, it's not your fault. How does this work?
It's period. It's you have to be able to prove that you had a extreme intoxication. So you got to make sure you're well plastered.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think part of this is because it includes in there sexual assault. I think it's a politician trying to save their own ass.
Well, that could be.
Because how many politicians go out there and,
Yeah.
Oh.
Agree with you on the pukey face Justin Bieber stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada Supreme Court has ruled.
Although my mama don't like you. That was kind of a funny song.
Me?
That was kind of funny. I will give him that one. Just that one.
striking down a federal law supported by women's so it's in spite of women's advocacy groups.
Yeah, we're just gonna give everybody the middle finger on this one. Just shake your tit at them.
Women, I'm sorry, but start standing up for this shit because, yeah, the world's gonna go nuts and.
Like, did that actually pass? That
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, that's law now.
By how many people? Like, was there was obviously a vote. How many people voted against it?
Well,
Please.
it was the Supreme Court in Canada, which I don't know how many justices or whatever they call them.
Okay, I'm just going to read the damn article. Canada's Supreme Court has ruled that defendants accused of violent crimes such as homicide and sexual assaults can use self-induced extreme... Oh, it's my computer. Okay. Extreme intoxication as a defense, striking down a federal law supported by women's advocacy groups. The Supreme Court said on Friday a law passed by Parliament in 1995 that prohibits the defense was unconstitutional and violates the country's character of rights and freedoms.
Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Whatever.
Oh my God.
Its impact on the principles of fundamental justice is disproportionate to its overarching public benefits. It should therefore be declared unconstitutional and of no force or effect, writing for unanimous Supreme Court. Justice Nicholas Kaiser said the state law. At issue with whether the defendants accused of violent crime in a criminal court case can raise extreme intoxication known as non-mental disorder, automatism, as a defense. In doing so, the defendants can claim that their actions were involuntary as a result of taking drugs or alcohol. So it's not even just limited to fucking alcohol. You can be too high out your mind.
What the hell is wrong with Canada?
Blame Canada. Like, no, seriously, if I could get a hold of some copyrights for that shit, for that song, that would totally be the intro to this segment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just insane.
Mama J's posted a few things.
Yeah, she, in reference to Vic saying, gotta start fighting this shit. She says, gods we have been. And then she said, men saying, it's not fair. Pretty much. Yeah.
It's
and I mean, this affects women too. I mean, I'm sure there are women who are going to be taking well advantage of this.
I mean...
Yeah, but, I mean, ain't it supposed to be equality under the law? Period. Doesn't matter your sex, your race, your religion.
Well, that's...
One rule goes for everyone.
Well, yeah, that's. I'm sure she's not arguing that.
No, I'm not arguing with her.
Yeah,
I'm arguing with
it has
this.
in here a little bit. That's why women's groups are kind of taking an issue with this. 4 out of every 5 victims of intimate partner violence were women, and women were 5 times more likely to experience sexual assault in 2019, based on Canadian government data.
Yep.
And considering they tracked their phones during the pandemic to know where they were going to get bent over and railed. Yeah, Canada's got some issues.
Yeah, so I'm not going to Canada. Canada, you are fucked up beyond relief. Or beyond reason.
Relief.
You are FUBAR. All of you are FUBAR.
And now, I was asked to mention this by one of our previous guests. But basically, there was a video about how Canada's now making it where you're not allowed to cross the border if you're not vaccinated. You're not allowed to ride on the front of the bus if you're not vaccinated. It is literally a back-of-the-bus scenario. Now, I have not seen any news articles on this. They just sent me a clip that stated, what this person was saying about it. So I don't have anything to back it up. That's one of my issues with it. Is like, okay, I don't have any news articles linked to it for me to use, and
you can't prove citation.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is from literally what I was sent by somebody. I'm not going to weigh in on it too much, but it has been said.
It's wow.
And we thought our podcast was a train wreck.
Yeah. And that's an entire country. We're just three morons.
Well, shit.
And this was passed by a highly educated judge.
Okay, so real quick, I want to go into the 5 laws of stupidity.
Go
This is an actual, and Bree, if I send you the link, can you put the link to the video in the description of this? Posting.
Yeah.
Okay, so a quick glance over the 5 laws of stupidity. Even Nobel Prize winners can be stupid. And what it is there's like this diagraph that, if you could like put that on the screen, that like illustrates it perfectly.
Give me a second.
Like this, and these people are proving it. They're okay. It's up. It's up. All right. So, for those who aren't looking, there are 2 lines that are crossed, intersected, whatever.
Vertical, horizontal.
Yeah. And there are 5 categories of people. You have the intelligent people who it's showing their actions benefit themselves and it benefits others. You have the bandits who has the benefits to themselves but loss to others. You have the helpless, and in the video it explains /hapless people who cause losses to themselves but benefits to others. And then you have the stupid people. A stupid person, by this article, which was done a hot minute ago. Go watch the video. It's very thought-provoking. It was kind of, the guy who made the video was like, it was probably done with, partially as a joke, but it makes sense. Because stupid people will cause losses to themselves and losses to others. And that is how you define stupidity. If they chronically cause loss to themselves and loss to others, they are stupid.
So, Wile E. Coyote syndrome.
Pretty much. That's just...
Oh, that's...
Yeah. Yeah. I forget where I was going with that, but at this point, I'm just... Oh, Canada. And that's my thoughts on that. That is my thoughts on that.
Wow.
Oh my god. Dissociating mind cannot process.
And now the link is in the description.
Yay! Thank you, Bree.
You're welcome.
For being wonderful tech person. Alright. Moving on to the next topic.
Yes.
Yes, please. Did you have another topic brought up?
We got through all the news articles.
Okay, we've gotten through all the news articles.
Unless you really want to talk about the transgender rapist in California.
Please, for the love of God, no.
Didn't think so.
That's one we can...
We can just delete that one.
What was it? Was he in the women's prison or something again? Yeah.
Move on. It's upsetting Sarah. Move on.
Once camera is off, there will be screaming about this.
Okay.
There will be screaming about this once the camera is off. I do not want to subject you guys to my screaming.
Oh, you probably don't want to. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
Please let me have some earplugs first.
Yeah, go to your room, put your headphones on. I will let you know there will be screaming.
No, probably earplugs and headphones or
Yeah.
earmuffs or
Yeah.
You need some shooting earmuffs.
Yeah.
Okay. So you two go ahead and switch spots.
Okay.
Now, for those of you who's kind of going, okay, what's going on? Yeah, thanks for just shoving your crotch in the camera there.
Here.
Twerk, baby, twerk. Now you guys are obligated to send us money as to tip our stripper here. So
Put clothes back on.
yes, Mama J, totally acceptable screaming. But screaming, you guys don't want to hear on here. We are massively out of focus.
Give it a sec.
Oh, there we go.
It's an autofocus camera. Which annoys me, but I get it.
Yeah, we can work on that. We'll get higher quality shit when we have money.
I mean, that's already a Sony brand. That is a higher quality shit. But I digress. I'm sorry, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a camera.
You know what I'm saying. Shush.
Anyway.
Eventually we'll have 3 cameras and we'll be sitting around a round table and...
Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
No, you're doing that wrong. It's supposed to be like this.
Just go to sleep.
And then you cinch it. Oh.
Anyway, what I'm getting ready to say is, heads up to anyone who's not really wanting to hear it. We are getting ready to have some health benefits or some descriptions for mental health awareness, because this is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Sarah wanted to have a segment on that. So
you offered me the segment.
I think it's a great idea. I mean,
you offered it.
I knew you'd want to. That's why I offered it.
Well, yeah. Although I will be honest, like, oh yeah, she's right. I'm a horrible mental health advocate. I don't pay attention to what day of the week it is, let alone what month.
I mean, we work nights. What day is it? We don't know. I can't say that anymore.
I just work till the job's done, you know.
You work from home, darling. What
Yes,
day of the week is it? We don't know. What time is it?
Time to go to work.
Mail stopped running. I can go to bed.
Yes.
But anyway, so I just want to give a heads up in case that's not what somebody wanted to watch or what have you.
Yeah.
But please go on your monologue. I'm going to make me food.
You go get food.
I've heard these spiels 1,000 times.
Oh yeah. These two are tired of hearing it from me.
No, you know.
I live with you. I hear it daily.
Every fucking day.
I totally agree. I mean,
I try not to go on it too bad. Mama Julie nodded at me approvingly.
I don't think it's a bad thing to talk about.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. Definitely not. In fact, I think it's the fact that the world is becoming more open and talking about mental health, you know, all of the aspects of it. I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we bitch about today's society and generation and everything like that. Let's give them something. Let's, at the very least, give them, they're bringing awareness to mental health and the fact that bottling your emotions, like your generation was taught to do, and your generation.
I look at it this way. Even Adolf brought something good into the world. So why can't this generation?
Exactly.
I mean, he did horrible.
He did horrible things. He did horrible things. We do not condone Adolf Hitler in the least, or his actions, or all of that.
But he did bring some aid to health and surgery and shit like that. So
we should get used to doing so more. Yes, Volkswagen.
Oh my god. Nexus is gonna kill you for how you said that. Volkswagen.
Volkswagen?
I
am not German.
I beg to differ. You have Tourette syndrome like I do.
Beetlebug, hell with it. Oh.
Oh, that felt good.
Anyways, on to the spiel. I now desperately wish I had made those notes that I was planning on making. And I never got around to because I have ADHD and I get distracted very, very easily.
Which is part of mental health.
Yeah, but to me, when you have a script, it's scripted, you know. It's
it wasn't going to be a script. It was going to be a
like bullet points.
Yeah, reminder of talking points.
Yeah.
Type of
thing.
Okay.
So what you're doing is pure honesty. I mean, this is the way you feel and everything.
In this particular case, this isn't an opinion. This is a fact-based, not opinion, not opinionated.
You were wanting to talk about meditations. I know that.
I was wanting to talk about a lot of things. I'm going to get to talking about that now.
Please do.
Okay, so the big thing that I wanted to talk about was how a lot of people they can't afford therapy. They recognize that they need therapy, and they wish that they could get therapy. Therapy is fucking expensive. Trust me. I've gone through about 6 or 7 different therapists. I have paid those bills. I have done work towards that. I am drowning in therapy debt. Thank you. So, but not being able to go and see a therapist and whatnot doesn't mean that you can't do work. Self-help is still help. And a lot of people will say, you're just going online and doing research and shit like that, and so you don't actually know what you're doing. You know what you're fucking doing. If it feels like it's helping, it is helping. Do it.
The only wrong step is the one not taken.
Yes. But some things that you can do that you can do at home on your own, or for the love of I have friends. You have friends. You have people out there who love you and they care about you, and go to them and say, "Hey, I'm working on myself. Would you be willing to help me in this?" Even if it's, I just need to sit down and I need to talk. I got shit running through my head and I need a sounding board. Because getting it out and being heard, feeling like you are heard, you are seen, you are accepted, despite all of your bullshit, that can be one of the most powerful things.
What?
And one of the most healing things.
We recently went through that, didn't we?
Yes. We did.
But things that I highly recommend looking up if you are interested in doing some self-improvement, working on traumas, and these are mostly, everybody has trauma. Don't be ashamed of it. Everybody has some level of trauma in their life, even if it's a small level. Everybody has something that they're going through. One of the first things that I always recommend is journaling. It feels dumb. For a lot of people, it feels really dumb.
I've done that long before.
Yeah.
I quit doing it because, my mother found it in my bedroom and she thought it was really dark and shit. It's like, okay.
Mama Julie did say, bunnies in the brain, yes, we love our bunnies. And do not self-medicate. Do not self-medicate. Very good thing. We can go back to that here in a minute. A very good topic. Self-medicating is not good. Topic we can come back to. Yeah, a lot of people also don't. Like, I stopped journaling while I was living with my ex-husband because he would,
Yeah, peek in it.
yeah, he would look in through my journal and, oh my God, the shit that it caused. But if you feel safe journaling, definitely do that. And if you can throw some structure into it, and it helps. Because what you do is write what happened, how it made you feel, and then go into the process of asking yourself why, and building on it. There are, I will find links to videos and whatnot. I had the guy's name who posts a lot of self-help videos and talks about different things that you can do on your own, and he'll take you through those steps. But I wish I had it. Another thing that this guy talks about is shadow work. And no, this is not magic, mystical, sitting in a dark room with robes and candles lit and pentagrams and
South Park movie.
No, shadow work is it. Some therapists will more often refer to it as inner child work. It's been kind of adjusted because not all trauma happened in childhood. Some of it happened in adulthood. And that shit still needs to be addressed. Like 90% of shit you can usually track back to your childhood. But, so shadow work.
The other 10% just kept going past childhood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Julie had said something.
Journaled with my ex-husband, and it backfire. Sometimes it can backfire. It can backfire bad.
Yeah.
I kind of learned how to mentally journal, because I
used to always do it in spirals. Well, that's a physical thing that somebody can find at any time.
Yeah.
You do it on a computer on, something that's got a password protected. That's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little harder, but
yeah.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it on your phone, on your laptop, anything like that. Anything that you can put a password up on. It can still backfire. So if you don't feel comfortable and safe journaling, by all means, nothing that I'm saying right here is like, you have to do this. Oh my God, I'm not. Yeah. This is what you are safe and happy and comfortable doing. But the shadow work goes through the process of addressing your fears. Best example that I was given was, or personal example, for most of my life, I've suffered with the fear of financial instability. And essentially what you do is you have a manifestation of that fear. First off, understand that your fear's intent is not negative, it's positive. Your fear is there to protect you, not to hurt you. Even though it's become like that overbearing friend that wants to that because of this thing that has happened in your life, they want to control you and insert themselves into every portion of their life and just basically fuck up your entire world. And you need to have a conversation with that friend. Because
Put that called out.
Why are you looking at me? No, she looked around you and was looking at me.
She feels guilty. Although you are not that level of overbearing.
No, I'm not, but
You've gotten close.
a couple of times.
You've gotten close. But I love you for it. And we had those conversations.
Yes, we did. Oh, no comment.
I only do that online now. I have Miss Password. Damn it, Vic, stop reading my mind. Okay, you're going to have to read the comments. It's too far away for me to read right now.
Well, Julie says that's messed up.
We're down here at the bottom.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm reading that comments asked backwards then. I'm only do that online now. I have password, damn it. Vic, stop reading my mind. Okay.
Great minds think alike, darling. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is, and yes, it can.
But anyways, yeah, shadow work is an excellent it's something you can do completely on your own.
You were talking about fears.
Yeah, you address your fear and you figure out where that fear stems from. Like, you sit down, you actually have, like, an imaginary conversation with this friend as to why they are the way that they are, you know, what caused them to be there. And you can walk with it all the way back through your life, and you can find where it stems from. And from that point, you can learn healing and whatnot. I'm not going to go too in-depth into all of this. These are techniques and things that I just highly recommend people looking into if they are looking to do self-help and working on themselves and bettering their lives in general. And my throat is going dry because I am not used to talking this much at all.
Yeah, I might get out of that yelling later yet.
I'm gonna need a week of silence after this, just to let y'all know.
What did you say now, Vic?
Computer journaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, another thing that I recommend is, and I'm not going to say the abbreviation because some people in this room are adults that have childlike minds. That's all of us. However, I'm going to attempt to be serious here. I will get to
Cerebral is a great place to get therapy.
I will get to the online therapy things here in just a second. Cognitive behavioral therapy, and if you want to put that into an anagram and figure out exactly why we're laughing, just put your mind in the fucking gutter and
keep
look
digging.
it up. And keep digging, yes, because that one's deep. You'll dig deep on that one. So deep. So deep.
So crushing.
I
couldn't resist.
It's a real deep cut.
Yeah.
Cognitive behavioral therapy is the process of recognizing your core beliefs. And this isn't, it can go into like religious and laws and stuff like that, but mostly it's beliefs in yourself, belief in the world. If one of your core beliefs is, I am worthless, that is a core belief that will impact everything in your life.
I was told that for years.
Well, if that's a core belief, then that is something you can work on.
No, that actually...
Thankfully, it was a, oh yeah, watch this, bitch,
Yep.
mentality
That's
came from
exactly
that.
what it ended up being.
Pretty much. But some people, that is a core belief.
Yeah.
They believe that of themselves. But cognitive behavioral therapy is the process of recognizing your core beliefs and then challenging them.
What'd you say now, Vic?
You're
supposed to be watching comment.
Oh.
Ding. Oh, that. Yeah. I'm not used to this. I'm trying.
You're fine. It's
Okay. So after cognitive behavioral therapy, a lot of people call it hokey. A lot of people say it doesn't work, it's useless, it's pointless. And there are two of these that I'm going to be covering that a lot of people are like, no, like that's just voodoo magic, whatever. I don't believe that it works. The first one, and they would be wrong, because for a lot of people it does seriously improve their lives. Meditation is, even a lot more therapists and psychiatrists and whatnot are teaching their patients to meditate and how to meditate. Now, the thing that always trips people up is when they start meditation, they think, okay, if I don't have my mind completely clear and completely empty and be thinking about absolutely nothing, that I'm doing it wrong. And I can't do that, so obviously it's not going to work for me. That is not true. That is not what meditation is. Meditation, and again, you can look this up, and I am parroting information back to you that I have learned. Meditation is essentially, imagine that you are sitting on the sidewalk at like a bus stop or something, and you're watching cars go by. In most of our life, what we are doing, we're not sitting there watching them. We are chasing those cars. Those cars are your thoughts. You're sitting there, you're chasing them nonstop. The practice of meditation is sitting down and recognizing that car just went by and doing nothing about it. A thought comes into you sit comfortably. You don't have to be sitting in fucking lotus position. No, actually, when I meditate, I lay back on my bed, I get completely comfortable, and I just fold my hands on my stomach and I close my eyes. And that's it. That's how I sit for meditation. So be comfortable. But yeah, you do practice on focusing on your breath, and there are lots of different types of meditation. Like there is active meditation where you go out on walks and you count your steps. But as you're breathing, and you find something that you do focus on, and it's typically like a counting or the recognizing that I am breathing in, I am breathing out, and thoughts are going to pop up into your head. And that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly normal. Trained monks who have done this their entire lives will fully admit, yeah, thoughts pop up into your head. That's normal. That's human.
So that's why I have no thoughts in my head sometimes.
If I don't have several thoughts going through my mind, I get scared.
Joke, because I have ADHD, right?
When you're meditating, what you're going to practice doing is that thought is recognizing, oh, I had a thought. And then letting it...
Therapy is very personal.
Yes, therapy is very personal. Therapy is very, it's a one-on-one situation. It's very specific to you, which is, I'll move on to that here in just a second. But the meditation is, I recognize that I have the thought. You recognize that the car is coming towards you, and you see it, and you know that it's there, and you let it go, and you push it away, and you go back to what you're focusing on. Again, research, find what works for you. There are lots of things out there on it. The other thing that a lot of people call hokey, but for some people it really does work, is sleep hypnosis or guided sleep meditation. They're like 8 to 10 hour long videos you can find online, and they'll usually walk you through a process that will help you fall asleep. And then they have things that are like affirmations or empowering words that will play while you're sleeping. And it makes sense because we process things, you can think the thoughts all day, but we process things differently and more powerfully. It gets stored in a different part of our brains when we hear things. thoughts, they come and go, and our brain will push them out. You know, even if you are intentionally thinking something, it'll push thoughts out without a doubt, without a problem. It barely impacts our brains. When we hear something, that's why when you're told to do affirmations or recommended to do affirmations, whatever, they say it out loud. Don't just think it in your head, say it out loud, because the brain processes it differently and will store it, and it'll stick more strongly than just having the thought. Okay, so and always, I do tell people that if you can afford therapy, if you can find resources to help you get into therapy, even counseling, it's a smaller degree of therapy, do it. You know, it's because you can do all of this on your own, yes, but it's the difference between a 10-year-old learning how to build a car from scratch by themselves with a manual on how to do it, and a trained mechanic coming in and teaching them. They are a teacher, they are a guide, they are going to help you. They know the questions to ask. They know what they're doing. And it can be a process to find a therapist. But definitely, it is definitely helpful. You can do this on your own. It may be a little bit harder. It may take a little bit longer, but you can do it on your own if you cannot get into therapy. But if you do find yourself in a position where you can get therapy from a trained professional, I recommend it for everybody. And that takes me to what Mama Julie was saying about we're now coming into an age where there's online therapy. I'm sure everybody have seen the ads for BetterHelp and Cerebral, and Cerebral is actually really cool because they have the ability to prescribe and send you medications for like ADHD, BPD, antidepressants. You know, if you have all of that, definitely they can help you with that. I don't think BetterHelp has that option. And they can be fairly expensive. I will say that. I know I did BetterHelp, and we are not sponsored. I just want to make sure y'all know that. I'm just saying these are tools.
My channel's too pathetically small to have sponsors.
Yeah.
We'll get there someday.
Speaking of which, like, subscribe, share to your friends.
Please, help us,
yes.
help us.
I'm actually starting to shill a little bit, so, you know.
Hey, you know, do what you gotta do in this world.
Yeah, but there are online things that I actually think are way better than going in person, because they have options, they have lists of therapists that you can connect to all over the world. So, and if you're not happy with one person that you're talking to, it is completely free to switch to a different one, and you can go through every week until you find somebody that you're comfortable with. Because if you're not comfortable talking to your therapist, you're not going to talk to them. I mean, that's just a fundamental. If you don't want to talk to someone, you're not gonna. So, it is a great opportunity to find a therapist that you're happy with.
Speaking of talking.
Can we just get like a little loading icon that I can hold up every time that my brain does its thing?
No, we just need a little
Julie's
pendant up there.
did.
Yeah. Buffering.
Buffering. ADHD is fun.
Got bunnies on my brain. Bunnies on my brain. Chewing on my neurons like sweet romaine.
She says just did. Oh, there's a new one now.
Oh yeah.
I was paying $85 a month for Cerebral, and my meds were covered by my insurance.
Shit, that ain't fucking bad.
Yeah, that's
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we can afford this shit. We can do this. did I have another talking point? Do you guys remember anything else that I was...
Well, I believe we're about the 2-hour mark anyway.
Yeah. Did y'all want to add anything in here?
No.
I think you got everything.
Okay.
This is Sarah's segment there, so.
I had my own segment. Yay!
Careful, one of these days we'll let you narrate some spooky stories.
Woohoo! Yes! Who wants to hear me read creepypastas? I can totally fucking do this shit. I can totally do this shit. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, these two, I love them to death. They are constantly hearing my spiels about mental health. This wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. This was the single snowflake on the iceberg that is...
Trust me, we told her
me
just
in
the
psychology.
tip. She's been nice.
Just the tip. I added some lube. I hope it wasn't terribly painful for all of you. I do appreciate letting me try you out for the moment. Just slipping in there a little bit. It was very pleasurable for me. I hope you enjoyed it. In fact, I hope you enjoyed us thrusting ourselves upon you all night for as long as it has been. We do appreciate.
You sound like you're sex desperate. I'm sorry I had to do it.
That is a part of mental health we are not covering in this video.
No, that's the OnlyFans segment there. But,
If we're so wrong, I don't want to be right.
This is too much fun.
yeah.
So I'm gonna let Bree cancel me. Yeah.
You're canceled.
She's gonna call our our safe word for us.
Samurai, butterfly, red light,
Snickerdoodle pineapple. Pineapple!
That's a rough one.
Exactly.
Even if it is just the tip. Ow!
kind of like one
Get
I
us
heard
the
was
fuck out of
broccoli.
here. Get us the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
I gotta pull up the in-stream spot somehow. Where the fuck is it? I lost it.
Shit! I see a button. I see a button. The end is nigh.
Let us out. Let us out.
Did it work? I don't know.
Help. Help.
This is right.
Night.
Oh, night.
We missed the other ones.
Are we dead?
I mean, I don't think so.
Are we
but-
offline?
Nope.
Nope. Shit.
Oh, so you're really getting the background.
What the fuck?